Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go now. Ready. White 25. Green, triple C.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Ready. Blue lady. Green, triple C.
On third down, Winston. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Bortles leads the Jags up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Green 80. Green 80.
Throwing now is Bortles. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Green 80. Green 80.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. Bortles to the former Jets. Safarian Jenkins for the Jags first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Green 80.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10.
Green 80. Green 80. Green attack.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Mostert now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 22 and a first down. A first down throw for Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Flushed out right. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked by his former FSU teammate, Jalen Ramsey. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week, it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 55 yards.
Let's go, let's go. There we go, G. That's the way to hit.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
380. 380.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
11B, 11B. 380. 380.
Bortles now on 3rd and goal. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offensive coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Green, Triple C. Ready. Move ready.
2nd down, Winston. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up there? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
Jameis now on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
To the air again with Winston. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Mostert now to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Jameis on second down. Evans has it left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. This is caught by Jackson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he's going to build his way forward to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Jameis to throw it. Complete. He finds Bray. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jameis again. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on the line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, it's Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Adam Humphries, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception,
that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here's Bortles to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Okay, the highlights are going to show the guy throwing it, the guy catching it, and ending up in the end zone. And how about those big guys up front that allowed that to happen? He had a ton of time to throw the ball.
He did. There's 2 sides to that coin, though. The O-line was great, D-line not very good.
And as well as coverage, because now you're really stuck in a bad spot. That much time to throw the ball, someone usually comes free.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, ready, blue ready. Follow.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He finds an opening past the 40. Right side caught by Jackson. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Winston now from the 50. His throw incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Ready, blue ready.
From the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Winston again. And his throw here's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Ready, blue ready.
On 3rd down, Winston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Green 80. Green 80. 36. Green 80.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Bortles. Open man right side is Sharp. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. Bortles now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
11B.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. First down, Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. From the red zone now, Winston. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in.
Ready. White 25. Green, triple C.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Ready. Blue ready. Green, triple C. Let's go.
They'll throw again. Winston eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Ready. Back to the 2.
Now Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. It's a foot race. The 40. The 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down, Winston. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Winston now, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On 4th down, they do snap it to Winston. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Bortles. Got his man That's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Third touchdown pass of the game for Blake Bortles. And the Jaguars continue to roll.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Ready. White 25. Check.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Ready. Blue whitey.
Jameis to throw it. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked by his former FSU teammate Jalen Ramsey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Bortles. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready, trouble safe. Ready, black 22.
Following the interception, Winston. And Winston lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Green 80. It's all right, it's all right.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's convert.
On second down, it's Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Bucs on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Ready? Black 22's hot. Green, Trevor C.
To throw is Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So after the INT, it's Bortles. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Gerald McCoy in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Bucs now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Ready. Blue ready. Watch number 86. Watch 86.
The give is to Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Sonic.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And that is incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Oh, some strong running. So possession goes over here on the punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads would be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. Right? They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. They'll give it to him up the middle. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Buying time to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football because that one could very easily have been a 3rd.
Yeah, off-balance, pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a rut like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks, they try and overcome it by making big-time throws. Throws they know they shouldn't make, but they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence that they actually will.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Telvin Smith. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Ready. Black 25.
Working out of the gun. Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us. But I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
A very solid gain of 27. Bortles now right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Bortles. Sharks got it left side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter of the Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Mostert now to return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing. Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. Winston. And now here is another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
right. With the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Here we go.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's a give to Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is good.
On third down, Fournette. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
My 39, Lucy.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on fourth and goal. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go, even. Ready, blue 80. Watch what's that.
They'll go again to Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They'll pitch it out to Jones across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Telvin Smith in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Fournette fighting through. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up first.
And they are going to score again. touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Let's go.
The first down throw for Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On second down, Winston again. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by his former FSU teammate, Jalen Ramsey. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah, Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing?
He's got daylight. 30, 20, 10, 5. A big run by the big man Fournette. 73 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually